morning, Cadre. It is the 21st of January. It is a holiday, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and I've got the day off. There's a blizzard outside. We've already got like 5 or 6 inches of snow. I woke up, cooked the family breakfast, pancakes, bacon, and eggs, and the kids are watching Frozen. And I figured, you know what, I'm going to come up here, I'm going to do a Bad Blade series, but I'm also going to, because I haven't done one in a while, I'm going to combine it with a vlog. So right now, my apologies, this will be a longer video. Won't be stopping it as much, is basically what I'm saying. So I'll still go through the information on the blade that we're going to use today, but I'm also just going to talk. So hope everyone's okay with that. Figured you will be. If not, oh well. So the blade that we're using today is the Treet King Super Stainless blade. There's not a lot of information out there on it. I do like their little marketing on the back. It says, a blade for a majestic shave. And you know what? I'm just in a mood where I've been using the Timeless razor for now 10 shaves in a row. And while I love that razor, I want to use a different one. So I'm going to use the Game Changer, which is another razor that has really climbed the ranks in my den and is one that I like a lot. So I figure it's a good razor to use these blades in for this challenge also, because honestly, if it doesn't perform well in there, I won't buy it. So it's that simple. They do come wrapped, double wrapped I should say, so this comes off and then it's wrapped again. It's always a nice. And here we go, and it says Treet King Super Stainless. So it has an A on it on one side and a B on the other side for A and B, which is interesting. So kind of like how some of them have 1, 2, 3, 4, they number them. So we'll go ahead and get this loaded up into my Game Changer here. And I'll talk about what I know about this blade while I'm probably lathering, just to give you guys the information. So it's a manufacturer. The name of the company is Treet, manufactured in Pakistan. There's not a lot of info on these blades, but Treet has a lot of blades. Basically what I'd say is that they're kind of like Persona. They make a bunch of different blades and they're out there. I mean, everybody's used one most likely. So I'm going to full lather today, and I'm going to use my TSC Legacy brush. I do bloom a tiny bit, not a lot, but I always bloom a little bit. I like to. So because I like to apply the bloom water kind of as a way to re-moisten the beard after I get out of the shower, because I'm usually setting up for the video and stuff along those lines after I get out. Obviously I go out and I put a shirt on and get dressed, and so I just want to make sure everything's nice and good to go. But here we go. So as you can see, we're running low. This will be the 20th shave on it. So let's go ahead and load up, and I'm gonna bull lather in my copper bowl. So what I know about this blade is that it's kind of like they're entry-level blades, so to speak. It's stainless. It's only stainless steel. It's not coated in anything. There's nothing special about this blade. It is what it is, so to speak. I mean, you're not going to get anything special from it. You know, there's no platinum coatings, no Teflon coatings, none of that. It's just a regular stainless steel blade. And the circle of death grows a little bit bigger. So, and that's kind of what the research led me to also, is it's kind of their entry-level blade out over in Pakistan, where it's predominantly marketed and sold. This is what you would find at most corner markets on the lower end. So this would be what you could go and you would buy and you would be able to get cheaply and still be name brand. Kind of like if you were to go buy like a Gillette throwaway at Walmart instead of forking over for the Gillette Fusion type of a thing. That's kind of what I get with this. You got touch more water. But guys, like these blades, there's not a lot of information about them over here in the United States. Not a lot of stuff that I was able to find in English. But they are respected. They're a little expensive here. You can really only get them on Amazon or eBay. They're not in any of our other common wet shaving sites that we all frequent. Italian Barber, Maggard's, West Coast Shaving, stuff like that. And on Amazon, you're going to pay for them. You're going to pay $16.99 for 100, so roughly 17 cents a blade. If you do some shopping though and you look around, I did see where you could get them here to the United States for about $11.99 for 100. So you can get the price down. Oh yeah, let's show you guys this. Here's my lather. Nice and sheeny. Well, that copper bull actually does a surprisingly good job of holding in some warmth, which has been nice. So, let's see what we got here. This won't be a common occurrence for the Bad Blade series, those of you that really like the Bad Blade series, so this is just a one-off. But really, that's all there is really to say about the blade. There's not a lot more out there on it, so if you want to just, for those of you that are only interested in the Bad Blade, you can stop now, fast forward to the end when I offer up final thoughts on it. But otherwise, you can follow along and you can hear some of the thoughts as we go, and you'll hear about other things that are going on. So many of you know I'm not a big NFL guy, and it's not for the typical political reasons, I'll tell you that much. It's just that, in my opinion, the quality of the game the last few years has gone down, and I blame part of that on the politics. You know, to me, sports is an escape. It's an opportunity to get away from the real world for a little bit. And I don't want to think about political things and worry about that type of stuff now, but these athletes, in my opinion, also, they deserve to have freedom of speech. I just wish that they didn't do it on the football field. They didn't do it in post interviews and stuff like that, because I only want to watch just for the sport. So I didn't watch NFL this year. I also don't like all the weird celebrations they're doing and stuff like that now. And in my opinion, they're all about money. I mean, all the commercials and everything like that. It's like a game should not last, you know, especially when you don't stop the clock on first downs and stuff like that, like they do in college and high school. A game should not last over 4 hours. There's no reason for that. And I love that, you know, in college is like 3 hours, 3.5, sometimes longer. It's like I can do a high school game and we are done in 1.5 hours. 2 hours if it's a close game and we use all of the timeouts. And when we do have a televised game, it's about the same time. The local stations that broadcast them, they adhere to us. They still run their commercials, and we might have a timeout. Instead of being a 60-second timeout, might turn into a 2-minute timeout, but we aren't having forced stoppage. So I don't watch a lot of football anymore. I watch college. I am excited though about that new Alliance Football League or something. I want to give that a shot. We got a team here in Utah, so I'm excited to see how that goes. I don't know so far about this blade, guys. It's sharp and it's pretty smooth, but I got an ick here. I got 2 down here on the neck already from it, and that's not normal with the Game Changer on top quality blades. It's very sharp though for a regular stainless steel blade. So I will pause while I rinse just so you guys don't have to hear the sink running. So 1 sec. All right. So yeah, it was actually a really close first pass, but a couple nicks, stuff like that. But I'll be honest with you, that That could be attributed to the fact that I have been using the Timeless for 10 shaves in a row. But this game changer is I can't even remember ever really cutting myself with it. It's just a good razor. I love the game changer. They had the Baby Smooths on sale. Razor Rock did for like 25 bucks. And I almost picked one of those up. But then I talked myself out of it. I mean, I've got so many razors and everything, and it's like, I don't really need them anymore. But, I don't know. I also didn't feel like dropping my Vader budget. So, if you don't know what Vader is, you can read it on the cadre and figure that out, but, okay. So yeah, that's kind of my opinions on football right now. Not even planning on watching the Super Bowl because the day before the Super Bowl is my son's birthday. And we're just doing a party at the house, inviting his cousins over and everything. He's turning 5. We'll do a small party and games at the house, nothing big. We had a bigger birthday party last year where I invited some of his friends from his school and stuff like that when he turned 4. We're going to try and start doing big birthdays every other year on their even years. So then we are only paying for one big birthday a year because the age difference between my 2 kids is 3 years. So one of them will be turning an even number and the other one will be turning an odd. So it's kind of the plan. But on Super Bowl Sunday, because we figured I won't be that busy, we're going to take my son to the local aquarium. And we have a really nice aquarium actually here in Utah. It's really nice with a huge shark tank and everything like that. And there's like the tunnel like some of the bigger ones have, and you can walk through and the sharks are all swimming around you, and there's sea turtles and stuff in there, so it's pretty cool. But if you ask him what he wants to be when he grows up right now, he says he wants to be a veterinarian. So I found out that you can pay extra and you can do an excursion with the kids. And so we're going to take him there, and he's going to be able to go into the back, and he's going to be able to go out and feed penguins and, feed some other animals and interact with other animals. And we thought that'd be really cool. So that's kind of our birthday present to him. And so on Super Bowl Sunday, that's what we're doing. We're not sitting down and watching the Super Bowl. We kind of had our big football celebration for the Holiday Bowl, which the Utes were in. Now, it didn't turn out the way we wanted, but that's when we cooked all of our Super Bowl snacks that we normally cook up. So that was a lot of fun. But yeah, it's kind of cool because my son, we had to take the cats in recently for their checkups. I had to take the dog in for his checkup. And each time that we went, he told the doctor, the vet, I want to be a veterinarian when I grow up, he tells him. And that's how he says it, veterinarian. So they were really cool at our clinic. They let my son look in the cats and dogs' ears, look at their eyes, and listen to their heart. And he was showing them here's where you feel their tummy. And so he thought that was really cool. So it was kind of neat, and it's good to explore these types of things with your kids, I think too. It's he's 5, he's going to be 5, and he's most 5-year-olds are I want to be a policeman, I want to be a fireman, or stuff like that, and he's saying I want to be a vet. It's okay. So I think it's important in today's day and age that you just encourage kids, regardless of what it is that they say they want to do. And if we can give him an opportunity to even see a glimpse of what it might be like, I think that's good. So you know, whatever he wants to do type of a thing. But yeah, so sorry guys, I am really behind on your guys' videos. I'm caught up on most of them, but some of you that release your videos very quickly, I gotta be honest, I kind of have to catch up on them, like 2 or 3 at a time, and I apologize for that. I try to comment, and when I do comment, I try to make sure that I bring up something from each video just to prove that I am watching it, because I am. Now, I might skip a couple ahead in a little spots, but not a lot. But I am very behind. And for that, I apologize. I don't know, guys. This blade, excuse me, actually did a really good job, and I'm going to use it in the timeless tomorrow just to kind of see what happens. But Treet blades have always, for lack of a better phrase, treated me really well. So, I don't know. We'll see. But sounds good. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pause you guys, and then I'll come back for cleanup and final thoughts. All right, so kind of to wrap up on this Treet King blade real quickly. A little bit rough lower part of the neck. Pretty smooth. DFS though in a couple spots. I didn't quite get that full BBS like I did with the cue ball. But I was thinking, do I need to do like I did with Dorco and use all my Treet blades back to back to back to back to back? And I'm actually going to say no. And the reason why is because the Dorco blades, right, there's this claim that the 300 and the 301 are the exact same, and then there's claims, is the Titan really all that much different from this? And then there was like, the Prime is just the 301 with the coating on it. There's none of that with Treet blades. I mean, even on Treet's website, it's like each blade is unique, it's its own, it's, you know, made differently, so to speak. So I'm not going to do any of that with the Treet blades. They're just going to go through, I'm just going to continue through the randomizer and they're going to come up. The next blade that might go back to back is Rapira and Astra. And that's just because there are some similarities between those blades that I know about. And I'll probably use those ones back to back. Treet, I don't think it's necessary. I'm going to treat each blade as its unique individual because that's kind of the way that they're marketed too. So the Treet King, the super stainless, it's kind of like the entry-level Treet blade. It's okay for a first shave. Super sharp though, which is nice, but I wasn't crazy about, it was a little rough, if that makes sense. It was a little rough for my liking. So we'll see tomorrow how it does. We'll put it back, we'll put it in the timeless and just kind of see, you know, in a razor that's not as aggressive because the Game Changer is a 0.84, my timeless is the 0.68. We'll see if there's any slight difference, but I'm not expecting much. But again, this is probably another good blade I'm going to be expecting, but it'll probably be a little bit lower on the ranks. So we'll see. Put this on. Yeah, definitely a little bit of burn, but that's okay. So that's my shave. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I know it was a little bit longer, but kind of did a little bit of a vlog style today just because of, you know, have the day off, not as in big of a rush, and I'm going to try and catch up some more on some of the site. Really try and get caught up more in the journals. I'm caught up on some of them, but not all of them. But I'm definitely behind on the, what's it called? The videos. And I might not get caught up there. I usually am able to get caught up on that at work because there's periods where I'm not busy and I can just have it playing and do my work at the same time. So probably won't get caught up on videos today, but I do know that I was challenged by Dagwood Z for 3 soaps in a bowl. So I will do that challenge, but it's going to be when I'm done with the 3017. And I've got some ideas of what soaps I'm going to do. And then we'll see who I'm going to be able to challenge. So aside from that, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If not, sorry about the longer one, but I will catch you guys on the pages. Have a good day, guys.